Hello everyone, and welcome back to Good Brothers here in Edinburgh. I'm Graham, this is our bar. We're in Edinburgh, it's about 3 degrees outside. My goodness, it's cold, but hey, we're here today to talk about the weird and wacky world of non-alcoholic drinks. But Graham, you're a wine bar, I hear you say. Yes, we are. Doesn't mean we cannot offer something that isn't alcoholic. The world of non-alcoholic drinks is really changing. It used to be that you had a couple of options, a couple of varieties out there that weren't really all that interesting, that were a bit meh. That's all changed. We're now looking at small batch, handcrafted, brilliant drinks that, okay, if you don't go in comparing it to a gin or a bourbon or a whiskey or a tequila, if you go in with an open mind, they're fantastic. If you're comparing it to a gin, you know what, you will probably be disappointed because without that alcohol warmth, you are going to lose so much. So go in with an open mind, have a look at what we've got going on. The reason we're doing this, quite simply, more and more people are choosing not to drink. A scary stat that's been bandied around the last few years, the 18 to 25-year-old bracket is about 23% teetotal. And that is the future for this industry, is people not choosing to drink. So industry needs to change with it. We need to adapt and offer people options. So let's get started. So first up, we are going to look at one of my favourite finds of the last 6 months. That is the Pentire Adrift. Now it's been developed by a chap called Alistair Frost down in North Cornwall. Ali was for many, many years a spirits guy in London. He was out there all the time selling spirits, but he never drank. He was teetotal. And actually with Pentire, he went off to develop a drink which he could go out on a night out, drink quite happily, still enjoy that interaction with friends on a night out, still have that bit of a buzz about it, but have zero alcohol and zero headache. It is a gin-inspired drink, so it has lots of botanicals in there. It's distilled like a gin, just without any alcohol. It's got rock samphire, it's got Scottish sea salt, it's got sage and thyme. It's fantastic. And I drink this with ice, a little bit of low sugar tonic, absolutely cracking. Little wedge of lemon, wedge of lime, what's not to love. Next up, we're staying within that gin category and we're looking at Junipero. So Junipero, similar to the Pentire Adrift, is a gin-inspired spirit. This is probably the most gin-like of the ones we have. In fact, this is one my mother drinks quite happily at 5 o'clock now instead of her gin and tonic. Makes her a much nicer person. I'll get it in the neck for that. So this is really juniper heavy. This has got loads of citrus. It's fantastic. And this, just treat it like a gin and tonic. Honestly, you will not be... Don't serve big measures. Serve a traditional 25ml measure. So just a little, as you would with gin. Otherwise, the juniper is just overpowering. But you know what? This is stunning as well. So we've had a look at 2 light spirits. Now we're going to move on to sort of more slightly darker spirits. And we're going to look at the Mockingbird tequila inspired drink. Mockingbird has been made by Ferragaya down in Bristol. She and tequila have a long history, and she wanted to create something that she could enjoy in that same environment that she was so used to, but still not have that tequila hangover the next morning. That's where this came in. So, and interesting with this, what we now see is people not just trying to create a drink that is non-alcoholic, they're actually looking for health-conscious drinks as well. So there's loads of active ingredients in here, lots of botanical compounds which go in, which can help alleviate stress, help with sleep. So it's not just about creating something that's non-alcoholic that replaces tequila. Actually, people are choosing to drink this because of the active ingredients, which can just help relax the body. But Mockingbird, fantastic. So it's got that little bit of spiciness. It's made from blue agave, so it has that traditional tequila base, zero alcohol, zero sugar as well, healthier, and it has that wonderful mouthfeel that tequila does give you. Try this in a virgin margarita, absolutely fantastic. So one of the things that I'm very passionate about, and we are very passionate about here at Good Brothers, is regionality and locality. And that's where our next product really ticks all the boxes for me. What we're looking at next is Ferragaya. Now Ferragaya is a darker spirit produced in the lowlands of Scotland. It's made across in Fife, the wonderful kingdom of Fife, but they forage and find their botanicals from all around southern Scotland and central Scotland. How would I describe this? Kind of almost a blend between a mezcal and a whiskey bourbon. So it's got a lovely sort of spiciness to it. It's then got a depth of flavour. Absolutely fantastic. This, instead of whiskey in a hot toddy, brilliant. Those wild swimmers out there, take this in your flask with you. You will not be disappointed. So the last product we're going to look at today is one from South Africa, and it is the Symmetry Tonic Essences. There are 3 in the range. There's a citrus, a floral, and a spice. Here we've got the floral, which is a fantastic essence, so treat it like a cordial. You add it over ice, bit of soda, or a bit of sparkling water, little slice of grapefruit, lime over the top of it, absolutely fantastic. These are sweetened tonics, which have been really condensed down. Lots of natural, local flora and fauna from South Africa goes in to make these wonderful tonics. They've had a great reputation since release earlier this year down south in London. Quite a few bars have picked them up, very famous ones, even though some have now shut down, like the American bar at the Savoy. But that really is fantastic as a long cooling drink in the summer months. Not so much when it's 3 degrees outside in Edinburgh in January. So those are a few of the tasters of the non-alcoholic world that we have here at Good Brothers, and also our new sister company, the Small Spirits Company, which we started up in the last few weeks to really focus on this market. Huge amount of coverage coming, and you can find links below as well. So all that's left for me to say is, if you like what we do and you want to learn more, just come on down and subscribe below. If you have any comments or there's anything you want to know, because this is all about you at the end of the day, it's not about me spraffing on for hours and hours. It's about you and you learning more and finding out more about things. Anything you want to know, leave us a message down below. We try and get back to everyone we can. But until next time, thank you very much. And remember, drink better.